When my girlfriend and I heard part 2 of our favorite movie was coming out, we were so excited. We anticipated the moment those tickets would be on sale. And when they were, we snapped them up right away. We waited a long 2 weeks for the release date, and when the show was ready to start, I picked up my girlfriend at her home, and we were giddy with excitement. When we arrived at the cinema, we went to the concession stand. I got a popcorn, medium, salted, little bit of butter, with a large Coke. She got caramel popcorn and a bottle of water. I figured between the two of us, it was a toss-up which one was healthier. Then, holding hands, we walked into the dark cinema, and we took our seats. The lights went down, and immediately the trailers for the newest movies came onto the screen, which made us excited all over again, because there were new movies that we were just dying to see. And then we knew that we would have to start scheduling our movies for the upcoming 2 months. She and I were movie buffs. We talked about movies all the time. Sometimes when I visited her home, even her parents got involved. We talked movie trivia. They told us about the older movies that they liked. But we have our own tastes. So we sat in the darkened cinema, lights down, trailers finishing, and then our film began. We were white-knuckled onto the armrests in excitement. We were so happy, and it started better than we had imagined. Yet, unfortunately, someone behind us kept speaking on the phone. It was very rude, we thought, and if they had known how much we really wanted to see this film, and not to speak for the other cinema-goers, but I'm sure that this man was bothering everyone around him as well. But we did our best to ignore him, and we continued watching the movie, although distracted. I think the two of us were thinking the exact same thing, that we had purchased these tickets in advance because we were so excited to see part 2 of our favorite movie. And we couldn't, because the gentleman behind us would not stop talking loudly on his phone. And it made me wonder, how do people like this exist? How are they raised to not care and not be conscientious of those around them? Well, I wouldn't say that we were getting angry, but it was quite uncomfortable and bordering on disturbing. My girlfriend nudged my arm, and I knew what she wanted me to do, and that was to ask the gentleman to please put away his phone or speak lower so we could enjoy our movie. While my girlfriend stared intently at the screen, I turned around, intent on telling this gentleman that he was being very, very rude and that he was most certainly disturbing our experience with this film that we really wanted to see. As I turned, I noticed there was no gentleman behind us, and in fact, there were no other cinema goers. Nobody was in the cinema at all. As I peered from side to side beyond my girlfriend and to my left, there was no cinema goers. Nobody was in the cinema. And certainly no one in front of us. I stood up to look for an usher, but there were none. I asked my girlfriend to wait a moment. Without alarming her, I got up to walk up the aisle to the doors to the concession and lobby to find the manager. As I reached the door, I noticed that it was unusually shut. I grabbed the handle and pulled, and it would not open. As I slowly turned around to let my girlfriend know that there was something wrong, I noticed the aisles and rows of seats. Empty, including my girlfriend's. She was gone. The cinema screen slowly tinted to black. The room was pitch. My heartbeat increased, but only slightly, as I knew this must be a joke. But even being convinced of this, it did not soothe me when the rumbles of growls started around me.